Okay, Newton's second law of motion I have to discuss with you that according to Newton's second law of motion, this is third law. Now I would like to, according to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum. As you know, momentum is the product of mass and velocity. So, second law says that the rate of change of momentum of an object is directly proportional to the applied force. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied force, and the motion will take place in the direction in which the force is applied. If we want to derive mathematically, how can we derive the second law of motion? If we are having an object of mass m, you have to write down that if you are having an object of mass m which is moving along a straight line with initial velocity u, in order to stop or change the velocity, what we have to apply, let we apply the force F, right? Suppose we were having an object of mass m whose initial velocity was u. In order to change the velocity, we will apply the force F, right? Either the velocity on application of the force, either the velocity can increase or decrease, but there will be a change in velocity if we apply the force, right? Because sometime, let us take the example of this ball. If it is initially with the, if it is in motion, let its initial velocity be u, but in order to make it change the motion, then I have to apply some force and the velocity will changes to v in time t. I hope you must have understood this much, that just in order to derive the second law of motion mathematically, we have to suppose that there is an object whose mass is m and it was in motion. So, if it is in motion, it must have some velocity. Let the velocity be u. But in order to change the velocity, we have to apply the force, and let the force be F, which we have applied for time t, so that the velocity changes from u to v, right? Then what is the initial momentum? Initial momentum is equal to, what is initial momentum?
mu.
Mu. Very
mu.
Now, on application of the force, the velocity changes. What will be the final momentum?
mv.
Mv. Because we know momentum is the product of mass into velocity, right? Now, what will be the change in momentum?
mv minus mu.
Change in momentum is mv minus mu, right? But in order to bring this change in momentum, what we have applied? We have applied the force. Right? Now, what is rate of change of momentum?
mv minus mu.
mv minus mu upon
mv
t.
minus mu upon t.
mv minus mu upon t. mv minus mu upon t. Right? So the applied force,
ma'am.
according to Newton's second law, according to Newton's second law, in order to bring the change in velocity, we have applied the force, and that force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. So we can say that F is directly proportional to mv minus mu upon
T.
T. Now, in order to remove this m, because m is common, we can take it common, so it will be v minus u upon t. What is v
T.
minus u upon t equal to? It is equal to another physical
Acceleration.
acceleration. So we can say F is directly proportional to m into a. So ultimately we have reached to this, that F is directly proportional to
Proportional
m
to m.
into a.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You know, in order to
Yes, ma'am.
remove the sign of proportionality and to make it equivalent, what we have to introduce?
K.
Constant. What we have to
Constant.
introduce? Constant.
Constant.
We will introduce the constant K, only then it will become equal. If I want to make it once again directly proportional, then what I have to do? I have to scrap this constant, right? Then it will become directly proportional. So in order to change the sign of proportionality, we always have to introduce constant. Let the constant be here K. Then F is equal to K into M into A. If
K equals to 1.
K is equal to 1, then F is equal to M into A. So in other words, we can say force. What is force?
The product of mass and
Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Newton's second law of motion gives us the measuring the force in terms of acceleration and mass. So here we have, just a moment. Okay, now I have admitted. So second law of motion gives us the measure of force, that we can measure the force by multiplying mass and acceleration. Right? If we apply the force on an object, then the force will be equal to mass into acceleration. Right? Is it possible that we can also derive the acceleration? Okay. Here F is equal to M into A. Then what will A represent? What does A represent?
Acceleration.
A is acceleration. Very good. Then what is acceleration equal to?
MV.
F
Force divided upon
this.
mass.
Acceleration now.
Force divided upon mass.
Very good. Force upon mass. Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
here, if I scrap the constant, let the constant be 1. So if I scrap the constant, isn't it that acceleration will change into, acceleration is proportional to F upon M. Acceleration is proportional to F upon M. Means acceleration is directly proportional to force. Acceleration is directly proportional to force. What does it mean? How can you interpret this? Acceleration is directly proportional to force. I have told you that let there be constant 1. If I scrap the constant, अगर मैं वो constant हटा देती हूँ, then it will get, then equivalent sign will get changed to directly proportional, right? If acceleration is directly proportional to force but inversely proportional to mass, Now, how can we interpret this result? That acceleration is directly proportional to mass. What does it mean? How can we interpret this result that acceleration is directly proportional to force? Class, try. Yes. Is how
मैम
can you
मैम अगर
interpret?
फोर्स और एक्सेलरेशन ज्यादा होंगे तो मोमेंटम बड़ा
It means that if acceleration, if we increase the force, automatically, what will increase?
acceleration increases.
Acceleration increases. If the force is decrease, what will decrease?
Acceleration.
Yes, that is, but now it means that they are directly proportional. Directly proportional means as we increase one quantity, another quantity will automatically increase. If I double the force, then what will happen to the acceleration?
It will also double.
Acceleration.
It also double. If I half the force, if I apply half the force what I was applying, then what will happen to the acceleration?
The
It
acceleration.
will also get halved.
It will also become half. Now,
Half.
what about mass? How can you interpret this relation? What this relation between acceleration and mass? It is inversely proportional.
Inversely proportional.
What do you mean? How can you interpret this result?
Ma'am, if acceleration increases, momentum
Yes.
decreases.
If mass increases, what will decrease?
Acceleration.
Yes. If mass increases, then what will decrease?
Acceleration decreases. Acceleration.
If mass
Acceleration.
decreases, then what will increase?
Acceleration will increase.
Acceleration will increase. So, other words, I can say that if mass of the body is doubled, what will be your observation regarding acceleration? If I double the mass, what will happen to the acceleration?
Half.
It will be half.
Very good. It
One
will be
upon two.
half. If why? Because they are directly proportional to,
Will be half.
Inversely proportional.
because they are inversely proportional to each other.
Each other.
So if we double the mass, acceleration will be half.
Halved.
And if mass is half,
Then your acceleration will
Acceleration will be double.
acceleration will be double. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming back to this, as you know that there is no SI, there is no quantity, physical quantity in physics which is without SI unit. So the SI unit of force is Newton.
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 SI unit of
Newton.
force is Newton. Okay. What will be 1 Newton equal to? How
100
can you
gram.
define
MA.
Newton?
1 kilogram meter per second.
How can you define 1 Newton? Anyone want to give a try?
The force which is
1
acting
Newton,
on,
Hanji, yes.
the force which is acting on a body of mass 1 kg produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second.
Yes. If there is an object of 1 kg, consider that this duster is an object of 1 kg. For example, although the mass of the duster is not 1 kg, consider that the mass of this duster is 1 kg. And for changing the state, it is in the rest. Now I want to change the state and I want to bring it in the rest. For bringing it in the rest, what I will apply? I will apply the force. I will apply the force. And if that force produces an acceleration of 1 meter per second square, then the force equal to 1 Newton. So I can say if there is an object of mass 1 kg, in order to move it, we apply the force of 1 Newton. In order to move it, we will apply the force, and if the force is able to produce the acceleration of 1 meter per second square in that object, then the force which we have applied was equal to 1 Newton. Right? Again, I would like to give it a try to revise it, that what will be the 1 Newton force equal to? If I am having an object of mass how many kg?
1
1
kg.
kg.
1 kg. In order to move it, it is in the state of rest. In order to move it, what I have to apply?
Force.
I have to
Force.
unbalance the force. Because at this moment, all the forces are balanced. The net resultant of all the forces acting on this object is 0. Now, in order to
Zero.
change the state of motion, I have to apply the force. Once I apply the force, then I have to measure the force. If the force which I am applying on this object is able to produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second
1 meter
square,
per second.
then
It is
the force will be equal to 1
1 Newton.
Newton. So Newton's second law gives us relationship between whom? Newton's
Applied to-
second law gives us relationship between
Force applied to a body and
force
acceleration produced.
and acceleration. Force applied on body and acceleration.
And acceleration produced.
समझ आ गया?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If minus sign comes with the force, it indicates that the force acting is in the direction opposite to that of the motion. Right? If,
Yes.
for example, if the motion is in opposite direction and the force applied is in opposite direction, if the motion is not in the same direction, means here I am applying the force and the motion is taking place in the same direction. But what will happen to the frictional force? It is in the opposite direction. Here the frictional force will be minus in B9. It just, if there is minus sign along with the force, it means that the force is applied in that direction which is opposite to the motion of the object. Am I clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now
Yes, ma'am.
we are going to discuss
Yes, ma'am.
some day-to-day examples which can be explained only on the basis of second law of motion. Just a moment. Okay, here you can see that the high jumper while jumping on the when high jumper jumps, okay, what is here, what is present here where my cursor is, where the high
the
jumper will
fallen
land?
Ma'am, mattress,
Yeah,
cushion.
it's a type of cushion. It's a soft landing site like cushion. Now, can you give me the reason that why cushions are there and how it is going to protect the high jumper?
Ma'am, because the cushion will reduce the force so that he will be getting from injured.
Less injury will take place. Why? Now let us again explain it on the board. For example, this is the cushion where the high jumper will fall after the jump. Right? This is the level of the cushion. What will happen to the cushion level. It will go down like this, right?
Yes.
Along with the jumper,
Yes, ma'am.
there will be, you can say it will go down, right? A crust type will be created, right? What will happen?
Yes, ma'am.
This distance will give the time to the high jumper to reduce the velocity. If the distance increases, then automatically velocity will reduce. Once the velocity is reduced, what will happen to the momentum? Yes, what will happen to the momentum? If the velocity is reduced, what will happen to the momentum?
Increase.
Momentum is directly proportional to mass into velocity.
मैम डिक्रीज हो जाएगा मोमेंटम.
Decrease हो जाएगा.
Decrease होएगा.
Because momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Once velocity is decreased, automatically momentum will decrease, right? So once the momentum will decrease, there will be the change in the momentum. There will be the change in the momentum at level A and level B. Here there will be the more momentum. Here there will be the less momentum. So the rate of change of momentum will decrease. So a lesser amount of force will be experienced by the back of the high jumper. Thus, the high jumper will be saved from the injury. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been able to understood what will happen? If there is now the tough surface, instead of the cushion, there is now the tough surface, like this soil, cement, etc. It is the tough surface. Will there be any reduction in the momentum?
Ma'am, velocity will be
No.
same and
Why?
there will be no
There
change
will
in
be
the
no
momentum.
reduction in momentum because this is tough surface. It will remain there only.
Of time.
The surface will not show any.
It will not regain its shape.
There will be no change in the surface. It will remain at the same level. So there will be more momentum. But if there is the decrease, there is the change in the surface. Once there is the change in the surface, it will decrease the momentum.